And hello, everybody. We are starting a little bit late. I've got a little thing going on so far. As you can see, I'm here, but I'm going to bring up the. Eventually, I'm going to bring her up. I'm going to wait a second. I'm going to wait a second because I'm going to explain something right now. I'm in Facebook jail right now. So if anybody's out on Facebook trying to get hold of me, I don't know what happened yet, but I'm going to find out. And then I'm going back to Old Army on them. Okay. I'm going to bring up Miss Krista right here.
Hey.
As you can see, we've got Krista here with us. Brandi still does not have power, so therefore we will not be having Brandi here with us. If she jumps in and starts yelling at us because we messed up over her phone, that's on her.
She has not actually. She lost power about 7:30 this morning, and hasn't had it since. Tornado went through. I know one touchdown like near her area. So
yeah, it got bad here last night too. I mean, but it was mainly wind. I didn't get any rain, but I got a crud of wind.
Wow. Yeah, it's getting ready to. St. Louis is getting pounded right now. We're getting pounded.
Oh yeah, that's not good. That means that's coming straight at you.
Right. It is. So, it sure is.
All right. Well, before we get going, I'll do the quick rundown of what we got going on. We got us right now, obviously 5 o'clock on Sundays, and then right after us, about 7 o'clock, we're going to have Tex and Danielle. I'm assuming Tex has made it back in time for Truth or Tinfoil, or not Truth or Tinfoil, but Infamous Minds tonight. Tomorrow night you got the Diva Dimension at 7 o'clock. Then at 8:15 you have Texas Front Porch with Tex and Brandi, provided Brandi can get there. After that, we've got. In fact, I got y'all's that midnight show y'all did last night. I got that down and put it up on Beyond BMR's podcast site.
Awesome. Very cool.
But we got that, and then Beyond BMR's on Tuesday night. What else we have on Tuesday night? That's it, right?
Yeah. Yes. Paranormal Roundtable does come on. They put out a pre-record. He puts on a pre-record before BMR. An hour before.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So there you go. Got Paranormal Roundtable out there as well. And then Wednesday night, we've got M Humanoids of Bart Nunley, and you got Donnie Cho says stuff before that as well at 7 o'clock. And then on Thursday night, we have Our Paranormal World, but that's now at 10 o'clock behind you guys. You guys start your Blondes and Blues podcast at 8.
Correct.
What y'all got coming up this week?
I'm not sure.
Yes, another one doing exactly like I do. We're winging it. We're getting it.
Well, so as you know, Josh co-hosts our Thursday night shows with us, and I know there was one person that was scheduled, but I know that she had to be moved, so I don't know if it's to this Thursday or what. So that's why I say that.
Okay, well then you sit there and go, we're going to be there,
but we will be there. We will absolutely
go up, and we might have a show. Right. We might just have a big old. You know what session
That's
around,
right.
You know? Exactly. Those always turn into the best ones anyway.
Yeah,
honestly, if you get right down to it. Absolutely. See, now if I knew this was going to happen, I should have paid attention to the thing. I would have had you. I've still got that picture.
Randy, I'm getting ready to send you a bunch of pictures.
Well, I've been waiting for this for a few weeks, hadn't I?
Well, I got.
But I still have that one. I can go grab that one and put it up here as well, so you can talk about it. Because I know when we talked about it, it was
yeah. Well, I'm getting ready to send you a couple more by that same guy. So hold on. I'm
okay.
Their website's kind of slow.
That's fine. It's all good. We'll get to it. We ain't got nobody beating us up to be done in an hour anymore. So
yay.
But we got that. Okay, Thursday night we're taking care of. Friday night you got Blondes, Boos, and the Woos at 7, right?
7. Mm-hmm.
And then after that is Josh's Paranormal Roundtable, right?
Yep. PRT comes on.
That's his live, right?
That's his live. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And of course, Saturday we really don't have anything, but we got our friend Paranormal Paul. He does his show that evening.
At 7.
We got Paranormal Among Us. Y'all check him out. He's got good stuff out there. Still waiting to see the stuff that he got with you guys last weekend because he's kind of playing it close to the best. I might have to start coming around.
No, actually, he did put some stuff out.
Oh, did he?
He did. He did.
How much I actually have time to actually watch this stuff? I barely have time to do the show.
Yeah, he did on I think it was like on a Tuesday or something. One of his early Tuesday shows.
Oh, was it that Oddball Tuesday show that he did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I gotta go back and watch it then. And see. I'm
Yeah.
still waiting on my guy with the thylacines to come back and tell me if the pictures are real or not. So.
Gotcha.
Okay, so we got that. Then on Sunday, we're right back here, start all over again. Truth or Tinfoil, and then Infamous Minds right behind us.
Yep. Yep.
So what else have y'all done this weekend? I mean, I know Brandi didn't get a chance to come this way. I know her team's down here doing investigations right now.
Yep. Absolutely nothing. I've done nothing this weekend. Didn't have anywhere to go. I'm kind of conserving, money and stuff for Alabama.
Oh, well, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's
Well,
just
I don't have to do that,
2 weeks.
unfortunately.
So, yeah.
I'm not going to be going to Alabama. I got to get with Jason this week, make sure he's got all tech stuff ready to go. So,
yeah, I actually got to finish our presentation. I'm almost done with it and send it to you guys.
okay. Yeah, that'll work. We'll make it all happen. We always do.
Oh, yeah.
I hope it's as much as I love the crest. I hope it's better. The one you get this year is more conducive to actually showing slideshows.
Right.
Versus,
right.
Being washed out like that.
The way the pictures look, it looks like it, don't it?
It looks like it should be. It looks like it should be. It sounds like it's gonna be a fun time, and I'm seeing the stuff. Y'all gonna have a good amount there. We've been getting hit pretty good this last week or so. So you should have some
tickets.
Yep, you should have some good people there. I mean, we're probably up to about, I'm gonna say probably 45 now of the not the vendor tickets, but the actual online sales. And as well as I do, they're gonna hit that door and come in anyway. So
for sure. And so I've been seeing a lot of people in our chats too that say that they're coming. So maybe it's some of these that are recently, buying.
Yeah, definitely. Tickets. All right, who I got out there? I see Moon's out there. Hair Force is out there. Yes, Hair Force, I got your picture, and it will be up today, so we can look at it. It isn't necessarily his picture. Here's the picture he told us about last week. That's the one I showed you with the car earlier.
Yep.
That'll be coming up. Let's see what else we got. Roger's out there. He's always out there. Deb, hey Deb. I know that Texas got your other picture as well that you sent me. So I'm still waiting on his words on it. So, and we'll see what we do with that. So, John, hey John. I'm just looking to see who I got out there.
Yep.
Moon's out there beating on people again. It looks like. Rissel, what's going on? All right, now we're gonna throw into the fire, I guess, right off the bat, right?
Yep, I am sending you 3 pictures right now. Hold on.
Okay, they go into my normal email, or they go into
I don't know. It just comes up as Randy Gilbert on my phone.
Okay, that'd be my normal probably.
So I just sent it.
All right.
There's 3 of them.
Dun, 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 dun. Come on. Well, I gotta wait for it to go through all the servers. If that's the case, we will look at number 1 then while we wait for those to come through. How's that?
That's fine.
This kind of caught me a little off guard. I really did not know about this one. This is actually because I wanted to try and keep it around the how can I put it? The military forts and the battlefields and stuff for Memorial Day, as y'all saw with the opening bit, because that's one of my favorite photos of all time right there. That little girl with sitting there. That one, there isn't that much out there really. There's a lot of stories. Don't get me wrong. If I just went off of doing storytelling and stuff, I could fill hours on this thing.
Yeah.
On this show, but there's just no actual pictures, or they've got video out that you can't get to, or you can't do anything with because you have to go through. If I wanted to go through 9 hours of video to find a single spot, I go do my own investigation and bring it back.
Right.
I just want to throw something up here so we can analyze it. That's all I care about.
Yep. Gotcha. Yep.
So,
totally get it.
Well, this one, as you can see, we got a little kind of a peeping Tom there, I guess you might say.
Yeah.
It's a little interesting, and it definitely behind the tree.
Well, here's what I find interesting. So, how big is that tree? Like, what state is this? Would this have been taken in?
It's Chickamauga. So, golly, hang on.
State is that?
I said that. I know it like everybody. I know Chickamauga, and I know Chickamauga. I know where it's at, but you asked me at the wrong time.
I'm sorry. Well, my point being is, if that's just a normal tree like I have in my front yard and stuff, that's a small figure.
Okay, Chickamauga's in Georgia.
Okay, so to me,
I had to sit there and think about it for a minute.
if that's just a normal sized tree, like we all have in our yards,
that's kind of small.
It's a small figure.
But I'm going to venture to guess this is a pretty good size. And they got some good sized trees in the woods of Georgia.
Yeah.
I would think this. Now it's no redwood. Don't get me wrong.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But,
if that is a person, like that's a big tree. I'm almost leaning now. Don't shoot me with this. Like if it is a true picture of a something, wonder if it could be like the Fae or something.
Maybe. I don't really partake of those, but I'm not for sure. I mean, I never think about them, honestly. I just look at it like I see something there, but I don't know for sure what it is because I can't really make anything out. It's just kind of a shadow kind of sticking out. There looks like what could be a sash right here, but that isn't it because you can see a face right here.
Right. That's what I see that.
It's got to be a kid. That's what I would think. This would be more like a kid to me.
Yeah.
Because
Roger said it looks like they're grabbing the small tree. It does. It really does.
It does. But when you look, this little sash, what looks like a sash right here, I think that's translucency. I think it's going through to the tree line behind. I think is what that is, because it looks like it kind of comes up this way. It's just a different level of manifestation, I do believe. Now, I can't see any lines or anything up close that would even indicate any kind of tampering, though.
Nope. Zoom in a little more.
Okay.
Wow. I mean, you definitely tell it's not part of the tree. It's not.
No, it definitely is behind that tree. Yep. But there's no lines around it. That's where I look for anything, that's going to be a telltale sign.
Okay. I think this one's a little wonky.
You think it's wonky?
I mean, it could go
either way.
I feel like I can't really come up with an explanation for it.
No
legitimate explanation. That's why I'm calling it wonky. Like, might be there to it.
Could I debunk that? I don't think I could.
No, that's what
the reason I couldn't debunk it is because of that same thing I was talking about, that translucency right here.
Yeah.
If this is part of this, if this part of the head that we're seeing right here is the same part as with the actually part of this body, which it seems to be.
Yeah.
I would have to err on the side of that's I can't debunk it. I can't
either.
Not without going really hard into it, you know what I mean?
Yep, I would agree with you on that one.
I'm looking up here, I see looks like writing almost up here.
Yeah,
I just noticed that.
Huh.
I don't know what it says. I can't make it out.
Right.
But it looks like a red pen right there.
Yeah, kind of does.
So would somebody have put, because if somebody would put something over as an overlay, or somehow was able to Photoshop in behind, and they were using some sort of print from something else, you could easily have made the mistake and brought in some of the residual printing.
Yeah, I just wish that they would have done a comparison with the tree or went back and you know what I'm saying, because that would tell us a lot.
Yeah, and I don't know that anybody's actually gone and done true investigation. Of course, they got home and these are sightseers. They just put it out after they went out to Chickamauga to see stuff, and then hey, I wouldn't think to go over and do that, obviously. But if I saw this and I got home, then I'd have to plan a trip back, find that same tree, and try it again.
Right.
So
exactly. Yep.
But I'm gonna say I'm in limbo. I'm in limbo on this one.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to unshare this because I'm gonna bring one of yours up here. I think I got them over here.
Did you get them all?
Yeah, I think I got them all. I'm gonna double check here. Yep. You sent me 3. Which one do you want first?
Any of them's fine.
Any of them. Okay. Well, we're going to go with the one that we talked about.
Okay.
I want to bring that.
There's actually a video to that, and I couldn't find it, and I'll have to send it to you or Brandi, and you guys can do it on a future show.
Yeah, I would love to see the video on this one because, because this is one of those that's
the blue man walks. You see his hand.
Oh, the blue man. Oh no, I was talking about the lady.
Oh, the lady. Okay.
Yeah, I'm bringing up the lady. I'm gonna bring up the lady this time. I got to get that one unshared now. Stop screen. I got to restart this screen now. Couldn't do it in the same spot. It has to be a different window, of course.
Yeah.
I never get things lucky. Wrong one again. Dang, I'm channeling text. Text must be thinking about me or something. I'm pressing buttons. I almost left the studio right there. Hit the wrong button. I almost left the studio.
Oh, wow.
Lord have mercy.
Well,
Help
good
me.
thing I can handle it until you get back.
Yeah, because Brandi be yelling at me if I'd have done something like that. All right. This one right here.
Is that Waverly Hills
Yep,
Sanitarium?
that's the Waverly Hills one. Now, me and her, we went over the other file, the other picture, a bunch. And this to me, and the way me and her were talking about it, the way we were looking at it, this ranks up there with the Amityville boy.
Yep, it's one of the
It
top.
really does.
Actually, this picture won a lot of awards. Tom Halstead that took this picture, knew him personally. He passed away in 2013. This was taken, I believe, in 2005, I want to say,
Okay.
at Waverly Hills. And I don't remember what floor it was on that he took it in. He was up there by himself. And that was the thing with Tom. He would just get this feeling and he would just start snapping pictures.
Yeah.
And he got incredible images. Incredible.
Oh, yeah.
This was before like AI or any of that other crap.
Oh, yeah.
So and knowing him as a person, this is a legit photo. 100%.
And from what Brandi was telling me, he did not use anything but film, right?
That's it.
He didn't use anything electronic.
Nope. And he would just get this feeling. And I think I sent you another one it was a private case that we did. And he would just get this feeling and he would start snapping and his pictures. And then he would show you right then and there. He didn't even like take it home first to edit it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a lot of times, you look right there on your camera and that's what he would do. And it'd be like, oh, holy crap. What is that?
So it was still filmed, but he was still able to see the image.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
That is cool. Because I mean, like I said, this one, you can't see any.
Yeah.
She's part of there.
They actually figured out who this lady is, and it's out there. It's on the internet. They compare
Mary something, I think, one of the nurses, I believe it was.
One of the nurses, I believe. And it's, if you look at her picture and this, it's her.
Dead ringer.
Mm-hmm. It is.
I mean, so few that you see that you can actually see an actual face.
Everything about her hair.
Her all her features are there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you just don't see that very often. That's why I was like, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it's an incredible picture. It really is.
So that was one of my favorites, obviously. Mm-hmm. Now, I haven't looked at any of the other shit, so we're going to bring that one down. We can talk some more, but I'm still on board with this one being 100% real.
Absolutely.
Now, the other one, let's see what we got here. I didn't download it yet. I'm scared to download it until I know what the heck's going on. Okay, now this one is going to be a staircase video picture.
Mm-hmm. This was a private.
Is that the one you were talking about, the blue man?
Not a private. Oh, this is the blue man.
I'm asking, is that what it is?
I don't know. I have to see it because there is the blue man, and that's at Tri-County truck stop. So, yeah.
This is definitely not a truck stop. This is definitely not a truck stop.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see here. Window. This one.
Yes. Okay. So this was actually a private case, and the upstairs was like they didn't use it. They didn't go up there. They just heard noises. Honestly, the building should have been condemned. It was awful, but it was a private residence. People did live downstairs, and it was one of those things that Tom just got his feeling, and right then and there, people were there to witness. There was no tampering. That's what he captured. Did not see that with the naked eye.
You couldn't see that at all with the naked eye?
Nope, not at all.
Wow.
Nope. Took his picture, and there it is.
Well, see, and normally when you're getting film developed, as we talked before, if he's using film, you get film developed, you see something like this right here, and you're thinking, okay, we just got an overexposure in the dark room and something like that. But that doesn't account for this.
Nope.
The wispiness and stuff like that.
Right, exactly. It looks kind of
that's not overexposure there.
Nope. And that was a very, very active location. It was, like I said, a private house. Actually, that house has been torn down since.
Well, probably a good thing, actually. Look, that's what I'm saying with that.
Yeah.
Hello. How we doing?
Sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Okay. I'm just going to zoom in and see it. What do you guys think? What do y'all see here? Do y'all see an actual figure like I do, or what do you see? I mean, as a being of light, obviously, but if nobody saw it there, that means this had to have reflected the actual flash, is what I'm thinking. I don't know if it'd be considered a man, but that very well right at the base could be a dress, could be a, I don't know. I don't think it's a man. I think it might be a woman.
Yeah.
I mean, that
No
does
idea.
it does kind of give you the air of actually having a dress there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's a pretty telling picture.
yeah, I mean that aura is what
Right?
it obviously, like I was telling you, it obviously, uh, Air Force. I'm gonna say it just for spite. Watch this now. I'm gonna say it just for spite. That's a lady in a white dress. We're gonna call her the White Lady.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think I believe it to be a female probably.
Yeah.
But the only thing that, because of how tall it is, obviously this sill is probably at about the 20-inch mark.
Mm-hmm.
So that would put this thing at 60. So you're a little over 5 foot, but that seems small for the size of this window.
Yeah. Yep.
So it may be a little bit bigger. It could be a manifestation of a man because of the broad shoulders and such, but it's just too hard to tell, obviously. But obviously, it reflected the flash, is what it
Yes.
looks like.
Yep. And nothing was there when he took it. So go figure.
Yep.
Go
Yeah,
figure.
Moon, like I said, the banister is in front of the image, so it's there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And you can see right here, it looks like it actually kind of wisps right around it there.
Yeah. Yep.
So
definitely not there with the naked eye.
Wow. Yep. So that's cool. I mean, this guy had an eye. He had a
he had a talent. It was just a sixth sense. I know you guys have seen the one of Zombie Road with the people standing on the hill.
Yeah, we haven't done it on here, but yeah, I've seen the Zombie Road 100 times, and I love that photo.
That's
I used to have
it
as my background. I used to have it as my background.
Yeah. He also took that picture.
Yeah. Yep. I remember that. I read about it when I saw the Waverly Hills photo, and she told me about it. I remember saying, "Oh wait, I saw his name, and I saw this was the one I'd got was shown at the celebration of his life when they did showed his works and such." Yeah. I was like, "That's pretty cool." Now then, she said, "Oh well, she was there. She knew him. What? Well, get her butt on here."
Yep. I actually met Tom Halstead. Actually, he was a part of Paranormal Task Force, and I was a member of that team for a long time. But I before I was a member of the team, my friend still to this day lives in a haunted house, and we had called them in to investigate, and Tom was one that came. So that's how I
cool.
met him. And that was back in 2005, I believe. Yeah.
Man.
Long time ago.
Either way, anytime you can get to places that are this haunted or this active, I mean, just like with Hill House with us.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to make plans right now to go back in December, but we'll see what happens, obviously, between now and then. You know how that works out.
Oh, yeah.
But they've had a lot of issues over the last several months with people getting scratched. A couple of them getting really scratched.
Oh, wow.
We're talking about the length of the upper arm, the whole length of it. And I was like, guys, y'all just can't make them mad. Don't go in there and antagonize. Don't pull a text and go try to pick a fight with a ghost or a Bigfoot or whatever. Right.
Well, Holly, that Brandi usually she does a lot of her ghost hunting with our friend Holly. Holly was there this weekend.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, she couldn't go, but her team was there.
Yeah,
I'm waiting.
Went with them. Yeah.
And of course, I'm not on Facebook right now because I'm in jail, and I won't be able to see what happened with them until later on this week, probably. But anyway. All right, so we got that one, and then we got one more you got here that I want to get up here. All right, and I'm going to download it. Been trying to get them to where I can just pull them up real quick, but that don't work good with Gmail. Everything's harder than what it has to be,
Yep, you got to put them on. Yep.
And then I'm starting to feel more and more like text every minute.
Right.
Share screen window, and here we go again. There we go. Now this is your blue man.
It's a blue man. So that was taken at Tri-County Truck Stop. That was not taken by Tom. However, that was taken by cameras, motion cameras that they had in the basement there. And so there's actually a video, and this is a picture taken off of the video where he is actually walking, and you see his arm, you see the whole 9 yards. And I couldn't find it real quick, but I will look for it and send it to you.
Okay, cool.
Show on a future episode the full thing, but yeah, we call him the Blue Man. And Tri-County Truck Stop is a place. It was a well-known. It's on Route 66. It was the first truck stop on old Route 66. And so they always say, Elvis Presley ate there, Marilyn Monroe ate there, but not together. That was their motto.
I kind of like that.
But it closed in, I believe it was 2009, I think.
Okay.
2009. It was a restaurant. It was 24 hours open. It was, had the best pies. They were known for their pies. And it closed and just there was a lot of weirdness. It was actually the first time that our team was called there was when it was still open because of the weirdness going on. And there's a lot of history there. The ladies of the night used to frequent truck
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
My virgin years would never hear anything like that.
Yeah. Well, there's some of that going on, but this here happens to be in the basement where this picture was taken. And in this particular building, in this basement was where I actually saw it was about the size of a baseball, and it was the same colored blue orb. I was
really?
with some attendees, in the basement there. And we watched it. There was, I don't know, probably 8 of us down there, and we watched it. It kind of just floated underneath the tripod camera.
Wow.
And it was blue. It was that same color blue. So
yeah, I'm about to say, because that's pretty distinct right there. I mean, if it's the same color as that, you might want to think it's the same entity. Oh, there's Gary. Hi, Gary.
Yep. Hey, Gary.
And it, we were talking about what you said about the ladies of the night. Yep. Mm-hmm. Air Force got it right. That's what they're called.
That's it. I was just trying to be nice. But yeah, so that building, there's just several ghosts there. And honestly, I think this guy here, I think he was one of the caretakers that was there for a long time. And he actually had a room down there in the basement. That's who we believe that this image. And that
how old was that particular truck stop?
Oh gosh. So it started out as the Diamond Hotel or truck stop, and then it went to Tri-County. So 40s.
So it started in the 40s. And I'm gonna tell y'all what, anybody's never been on the road during the 70s, 80s, and such like that, before all these chains and stuff were out there, there was no better place in the world to eat than a greasy truck stop.
That's true story. Yep.
That was the best stuff you could ever eat. And the guys that worked there were, even you go in with kids, we would go in with kids, back in the early 80s, and the cook would come out, and he had this, one of them had a potato. He'd take a potato, draw 2 eyes on a paper towel, put it over a potato, and take the potato and roll it. And it'd sit there and watch that thing go. And it's like the kids are giggling because it's like a toy going back and forth with that potato. I'm like, that is absolutely. And he's sitting there playing with them. You talk about and they didn't have an age limit. These guys were, some of those guys working back there were in their 60s, 70s, 80s. Some of them.
Yeah.
So
pretty crazy, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I miss them, guys. Now I'm going back. I'm gonna have to do just a remembrance show just to go back to the 70s and 80s.
Right. This building though is really a cool building. I believe Brandi's been there. I believe she's been in there and investigated as well.
That's cool. I like this picture. I mean, obviously, there's nothing to debunk or anything about this because it's literally.
I gotta get to the video. Once you see the video, you'll be like, "Holy cow!"
Yeah, I mean, but just looking, I mean, you can see the light of it, the figure starting right there, and we don't know what level at what stage he's trying to, manifest.
As he walks on, so he walks towards the right, and it gets darker. You'll actually, in the walking, you actually see an arm.
Well, I think I see one right here. Actually, it's almost like there's there's something back there that's causing that look, but it's almost like there's a dark spot right here that could actually be the arm. over on that will be his right side. So
it's really, really cool pictures.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, the videos even better. And honestly, like I know who's taking these, so I know they're legit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, and that helps us a lot with a lot of our stuff. I mean, because we get so many of them that I look at on the web, that I just pull in, and I don't know where they came from. I just know the spiel that's there with it, and that's why we try to just look at it. Having somebody was there and knows the person that took it and knows what the whole circumstance was, that adds so much more to it. You can't just debunk what people's experience was.
Right, exactly.
So
there was a TV show, and I can't think of what it was called. Josh Gates started it, and it was Ben Hansen. He would send them out to different locations. They would come back with weird stuff, and they would try to go out and debunk it. Do you know what?
Oh yeah, that was Fact or Faked.
Yes. So this here was, you can actually go to Fact or Faked and find the Tri-County Truck Stop episode, because it was on there. And they proved it to be haunted, and they do show the video of the blue man, and they showed.
And he's kind of doing that now again with Expedition X. He gets those two and set them up, and send them out there. I like the guy in Expedition X because he's more of the skeptic of the bunch,
right? Where
he goes out there, immediately saying, "Okay, how can I replicate this first? Before I go any further." So I like the way he does his business. So, but then again, I know we talked to Adam about Josh a couple of times. That's one of those guys. You just like, it's fun to watch him. I don't care what anybody says. It's just fun to watch him. So
I like Josh Gates.
I think I like him. I mean, there's no reason not to. I wouldn't have thought, but it's just watching him interact with the local customs when he'd go, especially Destination Truth. He would go with those local customs and just completely absorb or try to get the crappiest car he could find. I think he went out of his way for that, but. It was still fun. It was always fun. All right. We're going to argue now on, well, we won't argue. Somebody else is going to argue. Because I don't know how many orb people are actually in the chat. So, this is kind of iffy. I want to hear your take on it, obviously, because you've got your views of it, and I pretty much have the same views. But here we go.
Good old orb picture.
Yeah.
So
this is at Chickamauga as well.
So, I mean, it's got parts that what I believe are a true orb, but it's also missing parts that I believe.
Bring it up even closer so you can look. Now, of course, I'm pixelating the crud out of it right now by getting that close.
So you can see Jesus in there, and I'm telling you, that's just pareidolia in the orb. That is pareidolia.
Yep.
The orb itself. A true orb for me does have substance to it. This does. You cannot see through it. Also, a true orb, also for me, that I feel has a tail of some sort. Sometimes they're real faint, and I don't see a tail on this one.
Yeah, because orbs, if you capture an orb, even in a still photo like this, it's on the move. It should have a little bit of a trail depending on the film you're taking it with or the shutter speed.
Yep. So honestly, I'm gonna say nah on this one.
Yeah, and everybody that's ever listened to this knows I'm not an orb guy to start with.
Yeah.
There's been one orb that I could never debunk that I've seen in my life. There's only been one. Every other one of them I've debunked or been able to explain away. There's some of them. I mean, I've had some from in Texas here. People sending me stuff saying, "Hey." Because I was on the Haunted Texas when I was on Facebook anyway. I was on Haunted Texas, and people would share their stuff back and forth all the time. And they would. There was one lady that sent stuff out. I mean, it's quite obviously on her Ring camera at night that it's a spider. It's a spider going across the lens, and anybody that's ever seen a spider go across the lens on those knows exactly what it is the minute you look at it. It's she would literally, she was getting into fights with people in her comments about it. I'm like, there's no reason to do that, guy. There's just no reason. It's too easily debunked. You can't say that. So,
and I actually, so God love her. She's a very good friend of mine, and she went on her first ghost hunt last weekend with us at Ashmore, and she took a picture, and there was a bunch of the little orbs, as you can see, even in this picture on the left hand side. There's another orb. So she was all excited thinking, oh my God, look at all these, are all these ghosts. And no, they're not all ghosts. They're you got to think you're in a dusty building, especially like being outside,
Yeah.
So you really got to take all of that into consideration,
And see, I'm a firm believer 99.9% is all dust.
Yeah, that's just my opinion. I'm not a professional or an expert, but just over the years of looking at some, that's just my opinion. And Moon at Noon, disagrees, says it's very faint, but there is a tail. Says the tail is so faint because the orb is so bright. Could be,
Well,
I mean.
And I can see kind of where they might be talking right here.
Right.
Just a little bit, but it's once again, we're also talking about shutter speed too. Shutter speed can clip a tail real quick,
Right.
Like the old, if you got 200 photo or 200 film versus 600 film or something like that,
Yeah. But for me, Brandi always say, when in doubt, throw it out. To me, I would be in doubt on this, so I would throw it out for my own personal.
Anytime there's a doubt, I mean, don't get me wrong, I will still continue to investigate the actual evidence, but
absolutely.
But I can't take it to heart unless I'm able to. And I'm telling you right now, orbs are so subjective.
Yes, they are.
You just can't really. Let's try. Like I said, there's only been one I've ever seen, and it was caught in 2005. We caught it in DC with an big old box. I mean, the IR camera was literally this big and that tall. And it was probably the equivalent of what you get on your phone now, That's how much we've come a long way since then. And that thing had enough IR coming out of it to light an entire room.
Yeah.
And when we saw it come down the stairs, literally come down the stairs with a tail, it was photoluminescent. It had its own luminescence, first of all, and it did a dance here, and then it went into the room where I was at.
Oh wow, interesting.
So I was like, I can't debunk that. I can't even tell you that's a bug because we had no bugs. We had no AC. We had no nothing going on.
Right.
It was November. If I had a bug, there's something wrong in DC.
Yeah.
But
Moon says on the top it looks like there's a tail.
Okay, well let's take a look real quick. She might be talking about this tree behind it then.
Yeah, I think that's a tree.
That's a tree back here.
Yes.
If that's what they're talking about, that's the truth.
Again, we're not experts either, so
no, not by
Moon.
It just looks like a tree because you see some leaves up here as well. Right. So unless this tree somehow has another little bit right here that we're not seeing, that I believe that's probably a tree back there.
Yep, I would too. Yep.
Okay. All right.
It's a cool picture,
Yeah, because it will grab your attention. You don't see orbs just smack dab in the middle like that a lot,
Yeah. And this one, honestly, it could be up for debate.
Yeah, you could. Some orb believers could debate this one real easy.
Yes,
it's got its own. It's not like it's reflecting a whole lot of stuff,
Right.
It's really not reflecting. It's got its own little bits of luminescence, if you ask me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but I'm just not an orb guy. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just not an orb guy.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the next one. This one was kind of weird to me too.
Wow.
This is the St. Augustine Lighthouse. Don't know anything about it. Don't know when it was taken. Don't know. Maybe I did take it. Know when it was taken. I'm gonna look at let me look at my notes real quick to make sure. No, I just got a photo of the St. Augustine Lighthouse, and it says this is a child and it's about 10 years old. That's all the write-up I have on this.
Wow. Does it look like that? Like, is there something hanging off of her, like underneath?
I believe. Let me see if I can zoom in on it a little bit better.
Yeah.
I think that's just because it's the same over here.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's part of the platform.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay, so if there truly was nobody in that lighthouse, a female at that time, then wow.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, wow.
And, honestly, these doors right here are normal sized doors.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so if they are, then to me, that's
not a child.
Well,
I mean, That's a regular sized door. I mean, I would think that'd be a more of a woman than it is a child.
Well, you're right. You're right.
Because it's
regardless, if there was
at least 5 foot.
Yeah.
I would say it's at least 5 foot tall.
I would say if there is not a girl there in the lighthouse that hasn't lived there.
Time out. Did not think about this. It could easily be the binocular stand. I did not even think about it.
And then Moon at Noon says that is a signal light. Could very well be. Absolutely.
Very well could be. And somebody that took this picture, and see, I live in Texas. I don't see lighthouses, guys.
Me either.
I would not know what's up there to save me. So,
well, Bristol here says, I know that lighthouse well. It is open to climb to the top during the day. Have awesome pics of my wife clinging to that door for dear life. So
maybe he could know. Bristol, is there a binocular or signal light stand up there? I mean, that would be our debunk right there.
There is. Obviously, that would be debunked right here.
Yeah, right here now.
Yeah.
Because when I zoom in, I'm not even paying attention to the inset stuff they do. From here, it looked like there could easily be 2 handles.
You're right.
Holding something there.
It absolutely does.
So,
yep. Kevin and Moon at Noon, I think you guys might have just debunked it.
Yep. This is why we do this, because I don't see this stuff, and you guys are supposed to help me out. Thank you. So now I'm going to wait until Rissel says something. I hope he says something soon, because I'm really prepping my hat here. I'm prepping my hat now, because honestly, the minute he said that about the binocular stand, okay, now he don't recall a binocular machine up there.
So
was there any kind of stand or light?
Finding something, a picture of? Did you say it's St. Augustine?
Yeah, it's St. Augustine.
So maybe we can see if we can find just regular pictures of St. Augustine Lighthouse and see where the lights are and see what they look like. Let's
see here. We'll take a look real quick. I'm here to please, guys, because I don't know what.
Yeah, to me,
person that looks like you have.
Roger said. To me, it looks like maybe a girl with long dark hair with a nightgown or something on.
That's kind of what I was thinking too.
But it could be, as Moon said, and Kevin, a message light.
Okay, so let me look at the St. Augustine Lighthouse. Okay. I'll tell you right now, guys, what I'm seeing right here, there's nothing over there. There's nothing there. It is. In fact, I don't even see a railing out there.
Snip it and put it on the screen.
Yeah, let me bring this out real quick. I want to open it in a new tab here, so that way you can see this. Okay, this is going to be taken from the other side. It looks like to me, because I can see the door on the left side. Let me bring this up.
Crystal says I'm a tourist, although the lighthouse is very active. Could be.
That's what I heard. That's one of the reasons I kind of went with that one, because that's what it said originally, was that the lighthouse was very active to start with. I'm trying to remember the ones that the guys at Taps, the Ghost Hunter guys in their second season or first season, where they caught that going up the stairs. I see. There's the lighthouse top. There's nothing there. Nothing at all. There's the door, so we're looking at it from a different side, but I don't even see.
Zoom in a little more.
Let me see if I can get it to do it on this one, because this one's. I got this one in the.
Gotcha. There we go.
Have to do it the hard way. Sorry. And I got to move it by cursor stuff. So. Yeah. There's nothing there.
Okay.
So. Now, it could be a tourist, but...
Okay, but you know what I don't see where the door is? There's not a railing.
No, there's no railing on this other side over here.
Yeah.
That's what I thought was over on this side. I thought there was something over there, but there's no railing there either. So...
Interesting.
And you can see what you were talking about below them, too, now. Obviously, it's ornate stuff.
Yeah.
But,
it's either a tourist or a ghost, huh?
Yeah, and let's see here. I'm gonna have to bring the other one back up. Unfortunately, it won't let me share two at a
Moon
time.
just sent something here. Let me see if I can look at it through my phone here.
Okay, let's see here.
All right.
All right, we're gonna move that one out and then put the other one back in. I hope. Stress that. I hope. I'm telling you, Texas is thinking about me or something.
Uh-oh. All right.
Making me make all these daggum mistakes.
All right.
Okay. So from that other side, we saw that light. Now maybe there was some when this was taken. Maybe there were railings up there.
Okay, so yeah, so Moon at Noon sent a picture. I'm going to say it's people.
You're gonna say it's people?
Yep. And I'm even going to agree with it being a kid.
Okay.
Can you click on that picture that Moon at Noon sent?
Let me just a second. Let me bring this down. I am going to unshare. Yeah, let me bring it up first. Two. Fat fingers, fat fingers, fat fingers. Why y'all got to mess with me? All right, so I'm going to open it in a new window so it don't kill everything I'm doing right here. Okay. See, yeah, now that makes sense.
Yep.
And that kid right there. Let me see if I can. Do you mind? I hope she don't mind if I'm sharing it because I'm about to share it.
Yeah, because you can really, really see it on there.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely. Yeah. Obviously, they did it. Looks like they did it with a drone, is what it looks like.
Correct. Yep. I just got a notification. I'm under a tornado warning.
Uh-oh. Batten down the hatches.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, 100%. That's definitely the a drone there. But
and I would definitely say there's a kid. That's a kid.
Yeah. Or younger kid anyway. Probably 10 or 11. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think that's a short lady right there, obviously.
Yeah.
But the picture I found didn't have this railing. So I'm guessing the railing was added at one time, obviously.
Right. Before that.
And this is definitely the door. So we would have been looking from this area back over here with that first picture.
Right.
So I'm guessing somebody in this little area took the picture when they saw it.
I would say so. Yeah.
I mean, what days do they did I call you
Randy?
Moon, did I call you a she? I think I called her. I think I called Moon a she. Did I call Moon a she?
Maybe.
I don't remember it. I'm sorry if I did. Then again, I mean, how you doing? But yeah, I mean, honestly, I can't. It would have had to been in this area because of the angle, obviously.
Yeah.
So coming up, and she would be in the exact spot,
right,
where that was at. So,
yep.
The only thing I wish the other photo had was some sort of context of what time of day and what time of year it was taken.
Right, exactly.
That's the only thing.
Yep.
But either way, I'm going to have to sit there and say we're going to have to move it on to, I don't know, realm.
Yeah, it could go either way, honestly. Yeah. But I mean, the more you see it like that, though.
Yeah, if I could get the actual original photo before somebody starts screwing around with it and stuff.
Right.
If I could get that and put it underneath my actual management software where I could look at it, might have been different.
Right.
But, this is just, it's number one, it's too far away and it's obviously a lot older. It really should be a lot older.
For sure.
So,
yeah.
I mean, because you're going straight out to the sea there. You don't see any real developments out on that side of it. So, but that's definitely the railing there.
Yep.
And now that I see this, and saw the way the other one was, it's just, I would venture to guess if somebody was up there and pushing on that railing, that could easily be mistaken.
I would agree. Yep.
So, like I said, I just can't tell because I don't know time of year, but we'll roll with it and say, it's not tinfoil. I almost have my hat ready to go too. Dadgummit. Thanks a lot, guys. All right, so we're gonna move to next thing. I want to look real quick and make sure which one's coming up before I do that. I'm gonna skip No Face though. Unfortunately, I don't want to hit No Face tonight. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna bring that video up that I showed you beforehand.
Yeah. I got hail. Can you hear it?
Are you getting hit with hail right now?
Yeah, we're getting slammed right now. I'm under a tornado warning. So if you see me fly away, guys,
yeah,
you'll have it live. Hopefully you go viral, Brandi.
Well, if she disappears, guys, we're gonna party. Okay, we're gonna change the name of the show. We're gonna start doing strip teases and all this other fun jazz. Well, y'all make sure you Venmo me. It's okay.
There you go.
All right. I'm going to show this video. There's no sound to it or anything, okay? This was taken by a gentleman. It was on the security cameras. Now, the gentleman that submitted this, it was to the one of the Reddit groups I'm on. And you see it was in December of 2023.
Where was this? Is this
this was like in
a workplace or something? It looks like
no, this was in a apartment building.
Gotcha. Okay.
Apartment building or dorm. I'd have to look at the actual post again, but it was an apartment building or dorm, and the gentleman, was it a business? It might have been a business, but I don't think it was. I think it was a dorm, and this guy lived there. Okay. Not a dorm, but an apartment building, but he lived there. Yeah. And this is security camera footage, supposedly.
All right.
And I'll let y'all watch.
It's early in the morning.
Yep.
Huh.
Now.
Yep.
Yeah,
what we talked about earlier.
Yeah, you saw what I said earlier. I mean, first thing I thought, faulty latch.
Yeah.
That's the very first thing I thought it was, faulty latch. And this is a closed washer. It's not a dryer. It's a closed washer. It's a front loader. But judging, I'm guessing it's a community one because of the storage up there, and the dryer must be off to the side here.
Right.
So as I look at it, I'm like, okay, well, that could be, but and I got to bring my, there we go. I don't like it when it doesn't tell me what I want to do here. All right, and as it goes, you see first that right there along the right side. This person, I caught an orb right beforehand.
I did see that.
First thing they put out when somebody started telling me, hey, it might be a bad latch, because it happens all the time on newer washers now. Yep. A lot of people get bad latches and stuff, but according to them, the latch wasn't bad. You have to physically give it some oomph to go on in and out. Okay. That is not an orb. I can tell you that right now.
That's dust.
That is 100% dust.
Yep.
So, because it goes straight in a row and never slows down.
And it's clear.
It 100% follows the line of it. Yeah. So I immediately, when he started screaming that, I'm like, what? No way. So I started looking back at it. Then I started looking back at it even more. Now watch when the actual light comes on. Some people were saying the light comes on before the door actually opens.
Okay.
But I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think it's almost simultaneous.
Yeah.
It didn't look like the door was open, or the light was on before the door actually popped loose. So I'm going to say, no, you debunkers on that one. I don't think that's quite right.
Yeah.
My issue is this one right there.
Yep. See it.
And I'm going to see if I can get it to zoom in here a little bit. It may not let me. Maybe I can go to full screen and it can show it. There we go.
Oh, there you're zooming.
See it a little bit better. Now look, I want you to look down at the base of the door. You see that little flash right there?
Yep.
That immediately tells me, now the light could be reflecting off the actual inside of the door.
Right.
But not to the point that you'd see it up in the security camera. That should be reflecting more, kind of lower, I guess you might say. But the way it's going, that just...
Yep.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. That right there is one of the most telltale signs.
It almost looks like it follows it. Like it's almost like there's a fishing line or something. Look at it.
Yeah, it's wrong.
You can almost
what it
see
is.
It. Look,
I bet money what it is.
There. Yep.
And this is what I'm gonna say right now. This just based on what you saw, just right there. There's somebody behind this partition right here, because you can't see the dryer, and you know that this is not up against the wall right where this is right here, where the this little partition is not up against that overhang right there. The dryer is gonna be back there. Somebody is sitting back there and has run fishing line to there, so they could sit there and just do that right there. Let me see if I can slow it down.
Watch the shadow on the floor. Can you play that again? Let's watch the shadow.
Yeah. I was trying to see if I could slow it down on this particular program, but I don't think I can. If it had been on the other program, I could have slowed it down to quarter speed. But okay, so shadow on the floor. I'm just moving it with my cursor now.
Yeah. I don't really see anything odd there.
No, I don't see anything shadow wise. But if it was fishing line, you may not see the shadow.
But I do see it through the glass.
You see what looks like a line. Or something that reflection.
Yes.
That reflection going across there, it has to be something, because it's not.
Absolutely, you see it.
Yeah, I mean, I cannot zoom in obviously enough for you to see here.
Yeah.
I would love if I could zoom in on this one right now and look right here. I might be able to pick it up, but anybody that's ever dealt with the fishing lines like this, they're really gonna pull. You're not going to see it. I mean, they're going to use monofilament, clear monofilament.
Right.
That's not going to be picked up by any IR at all.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely.
I'm debunking this one.
Faked. Yeah, I'd say that's faked.
I think I could recreate this one with no problem.
Yep.
Because what they did, they didn't even put it on the handle. I mean, honestly, they didn't even put it on the handle. They ran it inside to avoid there being anybody seeing it on this handle right here.
Yeah.
They ran it inside, and I bet money it just kind of loops around right here, and they either got it ran down here and out to here behind this partition, or it's just, I wouldn't say it comes around the end, because somebody be able to pick that up too easy. I think it loops down. I think they did a lot of work to loop it down and make sure, but they didn't count on the reflection of the light on that backside.
Right.
See, that's just all it is, because it's not. I don't think that's a reflection on the actual.
I think somebody was looking for a video to go viral or something, and they.
That's all I can think of, because that right there is not. I'm sorry, guys.
I agree.
If you guys ever out there, you getting the full blown one on this one, because it's too easy to debunk. It's really too easy to debunk. And knowing what I know about fishing line, because I actually saw a lady do this in the lower Maryland area. It wasn't Gettysburg, but she would take people out on. She was a medium, quote unquote medium. She would take them through haunted churches and the haunted, covered bridges and stuff like that. And she would take them out on ghost tours. Me and a buddy that had gone with it out there on one, they had gone up into this church. It was supposedly haunted church, that the bells just ring whenever. They just ring whenever they do whatever they do. There's nobody been in the church. Church is dilapidated. Blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, whatever. Well, we're sitting there watching her as she's talking. We kind of stay back and we kind of watch, and all of a sudden, we hear the bell ring. We're on a different side from where they're at, because we hung back.
Yeah,
we can see the line reflecting. Go back out the backside, you can follow it all the way out to the woods where she had somebody stationed.
Right. Wow.
And I'm like, sorry, you'll never get me to believe anything like that, because if somebody's, I hate to say it like this, because I know the people got to make money. Don't get me wrong. Haunted locations, they have to make money just like anybody else. They got to pay their bills. Got no problem with that. But when somebody's taking people to other locations, charging them money, and then setting up crap like that, that makes me mad. And that makes me want to go after them full force.
Yep, I would wholeheartedly agree.
So, yeah, Freaky, that's a washing machine door. So I know she's just BRB'd again, but still. But yeah, that's a washing machine door. So I just wanted to get that one out of the way and be done with it.
That was cool.
Because that was one I could have gone over for a little bit. And if I hadn't have saw that at first, the first time I watched it, I've been like, oh my God, what's happening? What's happening? What the heck? No, that's not supposed to do that.
Right.
I mean, if we just saw a reflection, it would have reflected right here.
Right. No, I agree.
It wouldn't have reflected inside. So anyway.
Yep.
All right. So now.
Nice try, people.
I got sidetracked there.
Whoever made this video, nice try.
All right. So we're at an hour and 5 minutes, or hour and 1 minute. Sorry, we started a little bit late, didn't we? You want to try one more, or you want to do any more?
We can do one more, and then we can call it.
Want to do one more?
Yeah,
Let me think which one to do then. You know what? I'm thinking Toys R Us.
That's a cool one. That's a famous one.
Yeah. Let me unshare so I can get it back over to it here real quick without seeing all the other ones. It's relatively famous anyway, I would think.
It is.
I got the full write-up on this daggum thing. And while I do have problems with it a little bit because of the quote-unquote story they tell about this guy. Now, supposedly, Sylvia Brown, who did the seance here and did the book and all this stuff.
She was so fake. She was such a fraud.
Yeah. I'm to the point, yeah, I agree. But the other people here, though, didn't see this, and it came up after the fact. And it was being, run by That's Incredible, the TV show at the time.
Yeah.
So they had control over all that stuff. So this picture, now the one that they did beforehand that caused That's Incredible to actually contact them to do this, maybe that one was probably had a little bit of iffies to it. But I haven't, you know what? I haven't been able to find that one in years. So I would not know what it looked like anymore. So I'm guessing they probably got that one out of there. But this one, the whole write-up on this
thing, why all these people were sitting in there? What's the whole backstory to this?
Okay, so this is a seance with Sylvia Brown. Okay, they came back in with That's Incredible to do this seance. It's supposed to be a seance, I should say. And looked to me like they were just doing pictures as they were doing it and such. Nobody saw this guy. Okay, and then when the film was developed, it was there. Okay, understand that. The problem is that the story is that the settler that it was a settler of the area in the late 1800s, and his name was Johnson, I think is what it is. He supposedly the gentleman that owned this particular homestead, he fell in love with his daughter. Okay. Wow. And he hacked his own shin with a axe by accident and bled to death. And they say that he's the one still haunting the site. I call that into major question right now, because there is no way in heck somebody from the late 1800s has bell bottoms on.
Correct.
I mean, I don't care if he just thinks he's, if it's an active haunting or not. He's not going to be in anything he wouldn't have worn.
Right. And he looks almost just as clear as the people sitting there for the seance to me.
Exactly. And all of them are saying that he was not there. Every single one of them said he's not there, to the point that even That's Incredible had it checked out by forensics examiners for photos at that time. You're talking probably, I think this was 79 when this happened.
My only thing is,
78. Sorry, it was 78.
It was Sylvia Brown,
Yeah. And you already know about her, and I know about her.
Yeah, she was just a fraud. I mean,
like a lot of them.
Yes.
Now,
and
I hate to say it this way. I mean, I don't mean to say, I know a lot of people that are sensitives, quote unquote sensitives. But most sensitives will never tell you that they're psychic. Ever. They say, I just feel something. Okay, them's the guys I want around me because I want to use their sixth sense.
Yeah.
The ones that sit there, oh, well, I see so-and-so next to you. Now you need to go. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't want you here. But you get that a lot. So
exactly. Kevin says a Marlboro man.
Kind of, he's probably, it kind of looks it.
Just missing the coat.
I mean, I'm going to try and see if I can zoom in a little bit more on him. I mean, these are obviously.
They're bell bottom.
It looks like a bell bottom to me. And that's a jacket. That's like a jean jacket.
Yep. And even high platform shoes, it almost looks like.
Well, yeah. I mean, I could count them as a shadow maybe, but it looks like platforms. So unless the settler from the 1800s became a disco maniac, I don't know. Now the rumor was about this. The stories, people still talk about it to this day. I did a lot of research on it. This Toys R Us is obviously gone now.
Yeah.
There's an REI there now, and they're saying that there's still activity in that REI now.
Yeah, and maybe there is activity, but the picture itself.
This picture is not. No.
Yeah.
I can't say it, but I can't for sure say it because I don't know. You know, with everybody saying that it wasn't there, and you see how many people are there, but I look over here, and it honestly looks like this dude right here is almost looking right at him.
Yeah, and then looky here, John's right. There's a shadow cast on the wall. There sure is.
Yeah, there is right here.
Yep.
So how did they not see him?
Right. Yep, I say fake on this one.
I've got to say, yeah, I don't. Once again, what we're talking about Sylvia Brown. So
that explains it all.
Who knows? You take it all and with whatever grain of salt you want to take, and because it's just I can't. Well,
a lot of people loved her. A lot of people loved her.
Oh yeah,
my grandma included. But
hey,
there was a boy that went missing here. Oh gosh, back in like 2003 or something. He went missing, and Sylvia Brown came to St. Louis and said, "Oh, you know, he got picked up here, and he's dead. He's gone."
Yeah.
Well, fast forward 10 years later, they found him alive. He was actually kidnapped and living with the kidnapper.
And she didn't know crap.
That was a big ordeal around St. Louis. Yes, and she didn't know crap. She was, you know, everybody thought he had died. Sylvia Brown said he died. He did not. He was just alive as me and you.
Telling you right now, if I was that family, I'd sue her for everything she was worth. Then.
Oh yeah.
Don't come in making false claims that you can't back up. You know.
Right.
Oh, I just told you what you wanted to hear. No.
Right.
You perpetuated yourself. That's fraud. So.
Yep.
But yeah, between her and I mean, a lot of people tell me that you know Ed and Lorraine Warren were kind of out there. But you know what? I never saw it. I never saw it on my side.
Right.
Because I loved Ed's stuff because Ed tried to document everything. But when I found out that he was the one that came up with the actual term demonologist, I kind of like, okay, well, you kind of lose me a little bit there because I don't get into the demonology stuff or whatever.
Right.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, I watched Lorraine on so many videos and so many tapes and reels and stuff, and what she does. You want to talk about a meticulous woman?
Yeah, I like Lorraine.
She would go in there and if she told you, hey, I need to get out of this room, you better get her out of that room because something's there she don't like.
Right.
That's what I meant by sensitive, you know.
Yeah.
She never said I never heard her once say anything about, well, I see this spirit here, or I see that spirit there. No, she's like, something's bad here. Something's bad here. That's that divining rod type thing that when our group was together up in the DC area, that's what, if we had anybody that said they were that, we tried to use them as a divining rod.
Yeah.
They take us to where you think the activity feels the most, you know. And I'll tell everybody straight out, I think my wife is sensitive. She will tell you that she's not, but at Fort Bliss, when we were doing a little thing at the old courthouse type thing, like I said, there's a couple of there. I know there's one building on Bliss that the MPs still won't go into at night to this day that I know of.
Wow,
but there's a spot where they take the condemned, you know, from this courthouse. They take it behind the bench and such to this hallway. She wouldn't go in there. She refused to go in. She's like, I don't like that. I don't like that place. So, I think she's got a little bit. She doesn't let it out, but she's got a little bit of sensitive in her.
Yep, sounds like it.
Definitely okay, we'll have to agree to disagree there, Air Force. That's all I can tell you.
I'm up on I'm on the fence too about Ed and Lorraine Warren myself. So
they tell some good stories. I'll give them that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I mean, I like John Zaffis too. I mean, he learned from
John Zaffis as a person. Oh my God, he is wonderful. Brandi and I met him at one of the conferences, and his table was right next to ours.
Oh man,
absolutely awesome.
You can sit there and talk to him for days,
all day long. And at the time I smoked, and he did too at the time. And so he went and had smoke breaks with us. He sang some karaoke with Brandi. Yeah,
he's great. I would pay money for that stuff.
Yeah, he's great.
You
Super
should have
nice
taken. You
guy.
did. You should have taken videos. That way we could have had it later on to
Actually,
embarrass her a
we
little
do
bit.
have. Ask Brandi for them. She does have videos.
Okay, I'm gonna bug her for a video of that one.
And
I
actually,
want to see you
Letitia
singing
was
with John
with us.
Zappis.
Yeah, Letitia Nunley. She was with us. She had no idea who
Oh,
he was.
cool. She didn't know who he was.
She's not a paranormal person. She's like, I have no idea. I said,
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
yeah,
true.
yeah. I was like, man,
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm more paranormal than I am cryptid by a long shot. But it's one. Well, I believe more in paranormal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I loved Ed because of his meticulous way of doing them. But do I know that everything he caught was real? No.
Right.
But I still to this day believe the Amityville Ghost, the boy photo is real. I don't care what anybody says about that. There's been no way to debunk it.
Yeah, I know
at
what
all.
you're talking about. It's pretty. It's almost like that nurse picture at Waverly. It's
exactly. You can't. There's nothing there to debunk because there's no way you can get into it enough. Being film and such, there's no way you can get into it enough to do it. So, other than high spectrum camera stuff or analyzation, so that yeah. So we just had to. Yeah, and there's no way to prove it one way or the other. I agree. There's no way to prove or disprove. So, but either way, so appreciate you coming on with me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Trying to keep me somewhat straight because I'd probably bored the ever loving you know what.
Yeah.
Hey, he better not. Oh man, Air Force, we're gonna have to have a talk. Don't be bringing up Patty, all right?
Yeah, I'm kind of skeptical on that one too myself.
Are you?
Yeah, I talked to someone back in March, and he brought up some really good points about it. However, I've heard some really good points saying about how it could be true. A lot of people, it's been through experts and say it's legit.
Yep.
Yeah, that's another show. That's another show.
We did one already on it, and we spent 45 minutes on that one little bit because we got the stabilized bit for it. I was like, God almighty, how can you look at this? But there's a lot of people a lot smarter than me out there looking at it too.
Yep.
And there's a lot of people spreading rumors about it just so they can get their name out there sometimes.
Yeah.
So, like, come to think of it, Steve Coles was at last year. He just had a little shorty dropped out there that somebody you saw about the fake on Squatch D, I think it was, but somebody used AI to make it sound like Bob Gimlin was confessing to faking that whole thing. I was like, you got to be kidding. I think it sounded like it too.
Or something. Yeah, something about some AI or something. I kind of.
Yeah. So.
Yep.
Yeah, Ristel, you're probably right. I may have to sit down one day and do a 2-hour one on that, just step by step, and try and get every single frame up so we can see it. Is that actual hair that they keep saying they see? Is that actual muscle tone?
Right.
But I mean, I might have to go in depth on that one, and that's going to take a while.
Yep.
Freaky tried to send pics but couldn't. Okay, where'd you send it to? First of all,
drop your email maybe because somebody asked earlier too. I think John wanted to know where to send pics. Just
all right. Let's see what we got here. We are going to show it. There we go. I probably should have put that going from the get-go, huh? truthortinfoil@gmail.com. Pretty simple. I did have it going to my other address. I was like, well, you know what? I probably need to bring it out of the woodworking side and go to this side.
Yep.
So anyway, thank you. And you probably need to go batten down your hatches too, don't you?
Yeah, I need to kind of make some phone calls, make sure the family's all okay.
Exactly. So, all right, guys, we appreciate you being here. And as soon as I can figure out where I'm looking at, I'm with Kevin. Guy is evil.
Yep.
Evil. Okay, cool. Thanks, Air Force. I'll take a look at those. Appreciate it, guys. We will see you guys next time. And where am I going now? Because I'm looking all over the place for places I should have been, and I listened to text too much. And bye, guys.
See ya. Bye.